getting dicey.
It's not as fun when I get it right, though, is it?
Yeah. And you got your hood.
I know. Let me get some sound on before we get started. Where are we? It was raining, wasn't it? It was raining.
Raining me.
Yeah. And Morley was going around dripping wet, being like, I only stepped outside for a minute. And everyone's like, okay.
That's right. Trying to trick me.
Let's just put this part. Oh, that's too windy. It's definitely not that windy.
Do these walls protect the wind? You know, they're like shelter. There's a lot of trees as well, I guess. There.
I'm trying to remember what I used last time. I mean, come on. Maybe it was this. It was this one. Just getting it all ready.
It's getting dicey.
There's too many. Well, that's too many. That's too many
birds.
Chirping birds and
Morning is broken.
some chickens. No.
Morning chicken.
I'm not happy with this one. Let's go. We'll go back to here. It's raining. All right. Is that good?
Oh.
It's a bit windy.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, it sounds good.
The rain is coming down. Sergei's the vision of Sergei under the water. Morley, you're standing there near Ireena while Sergei's voice emanates out from the surface of this pool. The rest of you are still making your way down the path in the carriage, on either side of the carriage, walking with your carriage full of the living dead. And again, Sergei's voice just calls out, Tatiana, it's been so long. And Ireena is just kind of frozen. She is just looking down at this vision of this youthful noble, what looks like a youthful noble, almost like a reflection, her reflection of herself layered on top of this image of this man. And Morley, you're seeing all of this, and the head of Sergei sort of rotates in your direction, and he says, "Is it you that I have to thank for bringing Tatiana to me?"
Is he like... This will sound silly, but is he 3D or is he like... Is it like an image on a flat pool?
It's beneath the surface of the water. There looks to be some sort of 3D effect to him, but it's almost ghostly. There's no real color to it. It doesn't. It's hard to behold.
His ghost. I'm going to ignore that comment for now. How far away is Ireena from like the water's edge?
She is like just 1 foot into the edge of this pool at this point.
She's into the edge of the pool. Her foot's in the water.
She took one step into the water last session.
All right, I'm just going to call out to her then. Ireena, come back from the edge. Come back from the edge, Ireena.
Ireena, almost in a trance, sort of closes her eyes, blinks, and looks over to you, Morley, and nods and takes a step out of the pool. But the vision of this man stays there. By this point, the rest of you have kind of caught up. You may be 30 feet back from the pool at this point.
Wow, cool pool. It's the pool that Madam Eva must have been talking about.
Yeah, did we, can we hear this new person's voice from where we are?
Yeah, so you all hear now.
Okay, I wouldn't have said that then.
No, not at that point. It's like, so you've shown up, you've said cool pool is this about Madam Eva.
Yeah, don't take that out.
And yeah, I'm not gonna retcon that. That's in there. And the vision under the surface of the water looks to you, Morley, and says, "Oh, there's more of you. So I must thank you for bringing Tatiana to me. And Ireena breaks eye contact with you, Morley, and snaps her vision, her view, like her eyes back down towards the vision of Sergei, and says, I'm not Tatiana. I'm Ireena. Don't call me Tatiana. And there's a bit of hesitation from the guy from Sergei, and he just becomes quite apologetic. Yes, sorry. You're no, okay. Ireena, thank you for bringing Ireena to me.
I just want to take Ireena's hand gently in my hand, but firmly, so that, like, to prevent her kind of being pulled into the water or anything like that. Just gently but firmly, and then I'll say to Sergei, what do you need Ireena for?
There's nothing that I specifically need her for. I was hoping to be able to offer her soul, her very soul, a place away from Strahd's grasp.
That sounds quite heavy. Guys, I'm going to look at you guys for a little bit of moral support at the moment. I'm a bit taken aback by that. When someone says they want to offer your very soul a portal to safety. It's big.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think it's a coincidence that we brought Ireena here. It's not like we're doing it on purpose. To the pool.
My mistake. I know that Strahd has been keeping an eye on Tatiana's soul, Ireena, who you've brought here, and I know that the only place safe for Ireena is here with me.
Oh, he's not dead naming her.
He's so respectful.
Yeah, interesting.
We respect him in turn.
Respectful pool.
This pool actually was prophesied by a Madame Ava. She said, look to the west, find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. Is this you? Are you the blessing, the symbol of hope?
I don't know. I'm limited in this. It's been maybe centuries since I found myself within this pool, and it seems to have brought happiness to the people here in Kretsk. This was always one of my favorite places in Barovia.
Sergei? I'm gonna put my hand into the pool as if I would be very
Shake
gently
hands.
reaching in to touch, like the scene from E.T.
Right. So
magical.
Finger to finger.
So are you wanting to try to see if like it's a physical thing?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to kind of put my hand in the water, but like towards him gently, very non-threatening.
Yeah. You get down. You crouch down by the pool's edge, and you place your hand into the freezing cold water, and sort of put your hand to where you think the depth of Sergei would be, and you don't touch anything tangible. Your hand just kind of it's just no. It feels like you're reaching too far in now. You keep reaching in to try and grab or touch something, and you don't ever touch flesh or clothing or anything.
Cloth.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? Do you trust that pool? What the? Get your hand out of there, Morley.
I'll withdraw my hand from the pool and kind of wipe it down on my coat and say, "He just looked so alluring. I can't figure it out."
Can we do an insight check on the pool?
Sorry.
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
I'm gonna stare into the pool. Is everyone gonna? Should I do that by myself or?
Sure, do it with advantage.
Tell me.
Everyone always wants to help.
I-
That's
I
fine.
do
As a
want
group,
to
you will
help.
stare at this.
Yeah,
being.
I eyeball the pool for 16 plus 4.
Okay,
Ooh.
20. He doesn't seem to be hiding anything. The more you listen to his words, the more sincere he sounds.
It's strange, but I trust him.
You believe him?
I believe him. Are you Strahd's brother? Really?
Yes, I'm Sergei.
Or do you despise him as we do?
I wouldn't be trying to rescue or remove Ireena from his grasp yet again if it wasn't for the hatred I have for my brother.
Hatred, yes. That is exactly the feeling I have for him. This is wonderful. If you can protect Ireena,
I can protect her soul.
One moment. When you say you can protect her soul, is it only her soul that you're protecting? Is that what you mean? And her body would die, and her soul will be sucked into the pool.
I am offering her soul and not her current physical form protection.
That's right
Yeah.
out.
As
That's
you
right out, guys.
As you are aware, because of my brother and the curse that is put upon this land, Ireena's soul has nowhere to go. She has been through multiple different physical forms until she has landed in her current form. I am proposing I can take her soul and keep it safe until that curse is lifted.
take her soul.
And her body would die, which is not
Well,
great.
would it die?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. He was saying he would take her soul and keep it in the pool, and just her soul.
Aren't there people in Barovia who live without souls?
Yep.
That is correct.
Are you saying you could take the soul out of the body and then maybe put it back in later?
People within Barovia can be born without souls. I don't know what would happen to Ireena's body if a soul was to be removed.
No
but the
deal.
soul would be
we-
safe
You
with
can't
me.
be talking about her like she's a sausage in a skin. Pulled out and put back in and stored away for safekeeping. This is a person, for God's sake.
Not what you do with sausages, but I understand the analogy.
You're
I
saying
always take my sausages out of the skin and store them. What are you talking about?
And then you put them back in the skin.
Yeah. I have my pile of skins and my pile of sausage.
Well, I do understand the analogy, and
Well-
I agree.
while you're saying this, Morley, you've noticed that Ireena has been very quiet while you've all discussed her future with this apparition in the pool. And as you're saying this, Morley, talking about how, she's a person, she's not just a sausage in a skin. You feel her hand squeeze your hand quite tightly. And she
Poor
says,
sausage.
she says, Molly, exactly. I don't know who you think I am, Sergei, but I am not Tatiana. I have lived my life as Ireena. I have my memories. I am me. And if there's one thing that I want to do now, after everything that I have been through and everything that this group of amazing people have done for me, is I need to be by their side while they fight and kill that son of a bitch, Strahd.
That's right. I'm going to squeeze her hand back so she knows that I got her back. And I'm going to say, Sergei, with all respect due, there's more than one way to keep someone safe, and I can only imagine the hurt you must feel, but you gotta listen to us on this one. There's gonna be no soul exchange here today.
And the look of joy that appeared on Sergei's face when he saw Ireena disappears. And it goes back to that sorrowful look that you first saw on his face. He's clearly upset about this. I understand. I have been waiting what feels like forever just to see Tatiana again. And I was hoping that this was my chance to finally move forward with her, with the promised life that we once looked upon. But you're right.
Oh,
But you're right. Ireena, I understand.
Oh shit! Now I feel like an asshole.
well, Sergei, is there any way to get you out of this pool?
Yeah. Let's get him out of the pool.
Bring him back.
Bring him along.
Sergei. He's not having his sword back. He's not having his sword back. But let's bring him back.
That's a good question.
Anyone got any sausage skins? Figuratively speaking.
Let's go
You
find
kind of do, Baron.
Let's go find a
one of
body.
your zombies.
Yeah, I mean, that's an idea.
Yeah, just just slide one of the zombies into the blessed pool and see what happens. Just poison the well.
Like a crane net.
There's a moment of sort of quiet from Sergei. I think I am destined to be here, and I'm happy to be here with my friends here in Kretsk. But Ireena, if it's true that you want to fight by their side, you might need a little help. And he closes his eyes, and a glow starts surrounding Ireena. And Morley, you can sort of feel a bit of energy building up around your hand as well, to the point where it sort of overwhelms you and you let go. And what all of you see is this glow around Ireena, almost taking the different forms of different sized and shaped people. All of and they just sort of like flickering and melding and changing, and it swells out. And you're seeing a little more detail, and it looks like different women from different times, dressed in different attire. And in one moment, the glow disappears and that shape just contracts down around Ireena. And Sergei opens his eyes. And Ireena sort of shakes some confusion out of her mind. And she says, You've given me some of my old memories. What are these images? And Sergei says, it's a side effect of giving you the strength of those that you've once inhabited. If you're going to fight alongside to try and defeat my brother Strahd, you're going to need that strength. And
Are you okay?
And Ireena looks towards you, Morley, and says, I'm not sure. I feel fine. There was just images and emotions and feelings and Sergei. And there's like some realization on her face now of who Sergei is. And Ireena looks towards Sergei and says, Sergei, I'm sorry I'm not Tatiana, but I know what you meant to her now. And she kneels down at the pool's edge and starts moving her hand towards where his face is, as if to just put a loving touch on his face. And he closes his eyes in anticipation of that touch. And there is just an enormous sound of thunder just cuts across the sky. And the dark clouds above you just start swirling and coalescing into this terrible visage that almost looks like Strahd's face. And a deep, dark voice booms out around the mountains. She is mine! and this lightning bolt just slams down into the pool with a terrible crack. I'm going to need everyone to give me a dexterity saving, or dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Oops, I rolled with advantage. Oh,
That's all right, we'll just take the first one.
first one is 17 plus 5.
A check or a saving throw?
We'll do just a check.
Oh, I did a saving throw.
Oh, that's all
I
right.
can redo it. As it
We'll just keep that. That's fine.
11 total.
Uh, 18 plus 2.
Anything to add to that 7, Adam?
Yep, 3. Yep, 3.
Okay, cool. That bolt of lightning just cracks down onto the surface of the pool, and a shockwave blasts out from it. It knocks Bill and Morley to their feet. So not to their feet.
oh, sweet, they're fine.
Knock them to their sides on the ground, just falling prone onto the ground. The rest of you manage to stay upright as this shockwave pushes through you, but it's strong enough to just push straight past you and topple the gazebo and statue behind you.
Oh, God.
And you, the two of you remaining standing, notice just the ripples out over the water, and you rubbing your eyes from that giant flash of lightning, and you look down to see Sergei gone. He's not there anymore. The image of Sergei is no longer there. In fact, the water isn't even remotely as shimmery and clear as it once was moments ago.
No.
Oh, this is terrible.
Lucky you didn't go in that pool, Ireena.
Is this visage still in the sky?
The cloud. You look up. You shoot your head skyward, and the clouds. You're capturing them as that coalescing of the clouds starts dissipating back into that usual Barovian skyline that you're used to, with the rain and the wind pouring down and blasting through Kretsk.
Oh, God. Morley's going to dust himself off and get to his feet. And just yell into the pool. Sergei!
And
Sergei,
Ireena,
come.
Ireena joins you and shouts out, Sergei! And there's nothing. There's no response. You can see the water beneath that surface is now kind of a little cloudy. You never noticed it to be cloudy before.
No.
This is a disaster.
He's
He
gone.
finally did it.
Strahd.
Killed his own brother.
Bastard. How did he
Again.
do it? His power is terrifying.
He'll be back. Morley doesn't quite believe it himself, but he feels like he needs to say something encouraging. He'll be back. Sergei's soul will be back.
How do you know he won't be back?
I don't know. I don't know, but I can only believe.
This is terrible. I thought we'd finally found someone that could help us discover the secret of Strahd, help us defeat him. But at least he gave Ireena some strength before he left. Ireena, what was that? New power? How do you feel?
I feel confused, but I feel good. I feel strong.
Do you feel like you've leveled up?
This is where I will say, as a DM, I have done something with Ireena's stats or character sheet. If she had a character sheet, I've done something with it. But it's something that you will learn along your journey.
Yes, there's something different, Tara. I sense it.
Yeah, there's definitely a strength to her now that wasn't there before. She's standing a little more strongly, a little more less beaten down.
Oh. Strong.
American or Baron, can either of you sense Sergei's presence, or do you have any magic that would help us find a soul like that?
Find a
Have you got
soul.
detect soul?
Have you got what?
Detect
soul.
Yeah.
No.
Spot hidden soul.
What I've
Not
got,
hidden soul. It's a very niche spell.
I've got detect magic. I could see if there's any magic remaining in the pool. If you don't mind waiting around for 10 minutes.
I think we should also look at the statue. After all, it was prophesied by Madame Ava that there was a holy symbol around here. Perhaps the statue has something within it.
But the holy statue points to the pool, or is that
No,
not just a pointer?
the statue had its arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced.
Oh, hey, we could give it a hug.
It has been absolutely
Barrett.
destroyed. It was not a very good state. It was an old wooden statue that has just been destroyed by that shockwave.
Of the Morning Lord.
That's the one.
Can we investigate the
Wood.
whole area to see if there's anything around here?
Yeah, by all means.
Particularly, like, if Baron wants to do his detecting magic spell, maybe the rest of us could investigate.
Morley?
Yeah.
Being a bit of a salty sea dog, I'm not afraid of getting into this pool and diving to the bottom to see if there's anything on the bottom of this pool.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
You know when you do that thing where you go down and pick up the rubber brick and you get that certificate?
Yeah, well, we'll see if there's a rubber brick at the bottom.
The salty
I'll
sea
throw
dog.
some rings down.
Cool.
All right, so-
Morley, did you just see what happened to this pool? You going in there?
You know the old saying, Baron, lightning never strikes twice. in the same place.
in general, it does strike numerous times, just not
He'll
in the
be
same place.
fine.
I mean, if you're willing to risk your life because of an old saying, that's good. But I'm just pretty
If
brave.
there's one thing I've learned from hanging around with you lot is that bravery is really pretty bloody important. And I think there could be something at the bottom of this pool. I've just got a feeling about it. I'm gonna start chucking off my
Alright.
jacket, chucking off my hat, stripping
Don't
down.
worry, Molly,
Abs
you'll
out.
be fine. Yeah, this is your chance to show. You're just doing this to show off to Ireena.
Do you have a towel?
And then I'm real scrawny, and I've got those old like pantaloons that go like just below the knee.
Nice.
Yeah, just wiry and dirty. Not good at all. This swim is probably going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, net positive.
Yeah, I think you get down to whatever you're wanting to swim in, and you take a first step into the water, and it is freezing. The altitude that you're at already, and the snow that's kind of touching the tops of the trees and around the mountains around you, you suddenly just remember, oh yeah, this is cold, and it just sends just a cold chill straight up.
Shrinkage!
The water was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give me an investigation roll, and we'll give me 2 rolls, an athletics roll, as well as an investigation roll.
Definitely not survival then for diving into cold water.
I'll give you that. I will give you survival. I will totally give you that. Instead,
generous.
so survival and investigation.
All right. That's an 8+4 on survival.
Mm-hmm.
And a 13 plus 5 on investigation.
All right, total of 18. Cool. So yeah, you take a few steps in, and the water gets just slowly higher and higher up your legs. You take a big breath and you just dive head first into the water, and you realize 3 seconds into that dive just how deep this pool is, and you just keep pushing and pushing until you can get to the bottom. You had your eyes open for the majority of that, but it's so dark and clouded at this point now that your eyes may have well been just closed.
Elf eyes though. half elf eyes.
It is pitch black, so but you're trying to look through not darkness, but like murky water. So it's so thick with murk at this point that it's just you can't see. Well, you can see, but you can just see murk because of your amazing dark vision. Anyway, you get to the bottom and you're feeling around down at the bottom, and you wrap your hand around a couple of rocks. They're like, oh, is that something? And you sort of put it between two hands. No, that's just sort of a rock. And then you bring your hand down on what feels like a chain, like a really small, almost like a necklace chain. And you grab onto it and track it and pull it, and there's something trapped under another rock, which you dig out a little bit of sand and dirt and flip this rock, and underneath you reach under and you put your hand onto what feels like a 12-legged starfish, like a metal that kind of shape, just a lot of prongs, and you grab it and you hold it close to your chest and you swim back up and surface at the top of the water.
Oh, it's cold. It's bloody cold in there, but look. And I'm looking too.
And what you see is the chain that you found is like beautiful gold, a beautiful gold chain, and the sort of star shape that you felt looks to be maybe platinum or silver based, and it's this almost like a sun shape with these 12 little sun spikes coming out around the circumference of this pendant, and in the middle this beautiful ruby.
That's it. That must be it. The holy symbol that Madame Ava foretold. This must be it, surely.
Let me show you. I'll give you. There we go.
Well done, Morley.
You have
I feel that.
found-
I feel like I should have turned into an animal and done that for you, but I didn't.
So the text on the image here kind of gives away exactly what it is, but it doesn't tell you what it does. So you have found what Madame Ava foretold would be in this area, and that is the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Oh my god, this is truly something amazing. Does it look like the Morning Lord symbol? It kind of looks very Morning Lordy.
Sun-like.
Let's have a quick look through
Looks
the
expensive,
detailed.
Ooh.
You can only
Look at
it
Definitely
definitely
not a Morning Lord symbol.
it looks similar. It looks like maybe the Morning Lord symbol could have diverted from this design at some point, but this isn't one of the Morning Lord's symbols.
Ooh.
My god, Bill. I'm gonna chuck it to Bill. Actually, I'm gonna hand it carefully to Bill.
It's like roll dexterity. It smashes on the ground.
Have a look at this, and I'm gonna hand it to Bill while I get out of the pool.
It's sure is pretty.
Yeah, you're looking at it, and it's you're finding its beauty to be quite overwhelming. This, even though you're brushing off a little bit of silt and mud, you're uncovering it, and it just looks so well made. There's almost not a scratch on it as well. It's in perfect, pristine condition.
It's quality.
Surprised something like this existed at the bottom of that pool.
I don't know why I felt like there was something in there, but in my experience, there's often things buried beneath the depths that, not treasure for, or anything like that necessarily. Objects of
Prophecy.
Really,
Things.
objects of interest.
really playing into the stereotype there.
No, the prophecy foretold us we should have expected this. Madame Ava truly is amazing.
Yeah. I thought she was just talking about Sergei, but it's this, I guess.
Maybe. Or maybe it can help us. Maybe
It looks
this is the
pointy.
key. We could throw it at Strahd.
Yeah, I mean, was it made of silver? Do you think it would hurt as Strahd?
From what you can tell, it seems to be made of platinum.
Platinum.
There's something I want to do as well. I just want to say to Morley, you silly man, you're going to catch your death of cold. Let me help you. and I'm going to use a spell that I've never used before.
Oh,
And it's called Create or Destroy Water. And I'm just going to dramatically flick all of the water instantly. It disappears off him. He's completely dry now.
Quite parched now.
I've destroyed all the water inside his body. He is now dead.
Is it 90% water?
Needs eye drops
Shrivel
all of a
like
sudden.
fleshy raisin.
You're like, as the DM, I rule that you don't choose what parts of the
I
water you
choose.
destroy. And Morley is now dehydrated to death.
His tongue shrivels to beef jerky, and he can no
Like
longer
that
speak.
SpongeBob.
No, you do this. Is it a cantrip or a spell? What are we doing?
It's a spell. It's my first time. I'm very excited.
Yeah, you cast that, and Morley, the water that's just like pouring off you, just explodes off you, like poof. Like, it makes it almost 3D simulacrum of you as it drops then to the ground around you.
Amazing.
The simulacrum.
Isn't that the word? Man, don't make me doubt.
Simulacrum.
The
Simulacrum.
most
There we go.
amazing thing was the word
It's the
you
same
used
thing.
to describe it.
It's like a Dyson of spells. It's an air blade. I've seen you do that sort of thing with mold earth, but water. Let's see if that was even fancier.
Put my
Thank
gears
you.
back on.
So you're dry. You're dry as you can just slip back into your clothing, and you're still quite cold. The wind is still cold, but you're far less cold than you were when you were coated in icy water.
Thank you, American. That was amazing. Could have done with you at sea all those years.
American just looks haughty. She's still in a winter mood, regardless.
Tough
So
crowd.
much magic has been happening lately. I mean, the guy came down, that golden guy brought someone back to life. Now we see a guy in a pool. He does magic on Ireena and she changes into different people. He gets zapped by a giant magic bolt of lightning. You find this magic item and you get magically dry. I'm feeling upstaged.
You become the electric game baron.
We don't know that this item is magical. I hope it is.
Oh, yeah.
Are we able to take like an arcana check or like
Wait another 5
examine
minutes
it?
and I'll tell you.
Oh right, true. He's like, what are you
Rubbing
doing?
my-
Like scrawling runes on the ground or something?
Just having a cigarette and walking around and pointing at things with it.
So what spell are you currently casting? Detect magic.
It detect magic. Yep.
And what does that specifically do, other than
It
make
detects
things glow?
magic.
Just detects if something
Well,
is
it also
magic?
tells you what kind of magic school it is. I'm pretty sure. I'll just check.
I'll put it in the
Okay.
chat because I have it as well. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you, and you see a faint aura around it, and learn
Right.
its school of magic.
I don't know if items can have schools of magic. I guess.
Well,
Like it could be enchanted by a specific type, right?
yeah, potentially. It says what school of magic it is, if any. So it might not.
True.
but if it does,
Okay.
I think enchanting is, or like there's one school that does enchant things.
Right.
I think.
enchanté.
So we can skip to the spell being cast.
Okay.
And yeah, this symbol that Bill is holding on to just glows very brightly.
Okay. Hope this is alright and that doesn't fuck us up or something.
Oh,
Hope this is
Yeah,
what the lightning was
yeah,
attracted to.
Oh,
do you think so?
I don't know. But
Oh.
it's glowing pretty brightly. Should I pop it down?
What's magic?
is it like a Mr. T style chain that Bill could wear around his neck?
He could absolutely wear it around his neck.
Ooh, put it on.
He should wear it.
Yeah.
I have a question about this.
Sure.
Ireena, do you recognize this at all? Like, is this something of Sergei's?
I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Sergei has given me some very confusing imagery that I can't really make out. I need some time to understand what Sergei has done.
I see. Understood.
Because I was doing that detect magic, not for this thing. I started casting it before this even appeared.
Sure.
So this is cool. This is glowing. Is the pool glowing?
No. The pool
Nothing
is
else
not
is glowing?
Nothing. The destroyed gazebo and statue behind you is not glowing. None of the ground around you or the trees around you is glowing. It is just your undead army. Within the carriage is
magic
obviously
item.
and that item.
And all of our other
Yeah.
magic stuff. Okay. Well, hey, I have got another spell. If you're willing to wait around for another 10 minutes, I mean, I could do it instantly, but that's a waste.
You've got to keep those spell slots for the undead.
I could.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I could do it instantly, but I choose not to.
If we could wait 10 minutes, it's free.
Do it.
I've been wait. I should have used this spell a lot, but I'm a fool and I didn't even think about it. Can I hold that Mr. T chain object, please?
Sure.
Okay. It's like that. It looks like Rygar if you could play that game.
It's a T-chain.
I am going to cast Identify on it.
Okay. What do you get to learn using Identify?
Okay. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. It is a magic. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has.
Wow,
if
you
any.
just
You learn whether
all
any
about
spells
it.
are affecting the item, what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it, and you can do it on a creature.
15 minutes though. I don't think we.
Not worth it.
If it was 15 minutes,
move
I
on.
can
Let's
understand.
go.
Okay, are we just waiting 10 minutes? Everyone waits 10 minutes. We won't do this in real time. But 10 minutes 10 minutes pass, and you are suddenly hit with like these images of this giant raven. Like in your mind, you're seeing this enormous raven dropping this, like with this amulet in one of its talons. There's something about this raven. It's like it's got maybe looks like it might have a halo of some sort around it, or it's golden feathers. Something very elegant, something very heavenly about this raven that's clutching onto this amulet, and it drops it into the hands of this heavily armored soldier who goes around using it to just wipe out nests of vampires until this heavily armored soldier falls to her death. You can see this amulet being dropped into water as well. What you also get from this is you learn... I don't have any fancy... I'm not going to wax lyrical about this. This holy symbol has 10 charges. It regains 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. And it can be used to... you can expend 1 charge and present that symbol to make it flare with holy power. And vampires spawn within 30 feet of it. When it flares, must make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they're paralyzed for a minute. Simple as that.
Whoa.
And they get to repeat that saving throw each turn. It also has turn undead, so you can expend 3 charges when you present the holy symbol, and undead then have disadvantage on their saving throws against the effect.
Or just for one.
On their saving throw, I guess it doesn't say. I'll have to look into that. It just says you have the turn undead or the turn the unholy feature. You expend 3 charges when you present the holy symbol while using that feature. When you do so, undead have a disadvantage on their saving throw. So, yeah, that's pretty good. It also
Amazing.
It also has another thing which comes to you in a flash of just a burning bright sun. As an action, you can expend 5 charges while presenting the holy symbol to make it shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight and it lasts for 10 minutes or until you end the effect.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
So
that
all of
means
this-
we're vampire slayer.
You're just seeing all
Get
these
out of there.
images of vampires being destroyed by using these 3 different techniques, being held in place, by them becoming way more clumsy with their attacks and their maneuvers, and also just by being burnt, like their skin, as you've seen with some of the spells with the vampire spawn
the
you've come
sunlight.
across to. The sunlight absolutely blistering the skins of these vampires, bursting some into flame. And then the vision's gone.
Good find.
And the vision's gone, and you're
Yeah, I'm
left
glad you
holding
went for
that
a swim, Morley. Sorry, what was that?
amulet. Yeah, oh, sorry.
No, what was you saying? That just the last part? Or?
All right, yeah. So the vision's clear, and you're left sort of. Oh yeah, you're back outside the pool, and the wind is whistling around you, and you're just left looking at that platinum amulet in your hand.
Well, when they're using it, how do they use it? They're like, it's on
Like-
a chain and they're...
Holding it out, like presenting it, which
Oh,
is
so you
which
just
is
present it.
an action. You present it out,
Uh-huh.
expend some of its, however many of its charges that you want to expend to do the action you want to do.
Okay, well, I explain everything from the giant magic raven to all those things and how you can just wear it, like Flavor, I guess. And
Morley's mouth is just.
Yeah.
yeah.
This thing sounds amazing.
You
Absolutely.
also learn that it does need to be attuned by someone good of heart, basically.
Oh, that
Do we
counts.
know
as-
anyone?
You fucked. Changing the banter.
No, but do we know anyone like that?
Yes.
Oh. Presumably we are all good.
Oh,
One would hope
yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah.
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 okay.
I was
I just
remembering
wondering
that-
how stringent it is.
Yeah, like, does it matter if you, like, smoke? Like, does it, you know?
If you do drugs relentlessly,
Yeah.
Iggy Pop's.
Okay, so who among us wants this?
I mean,
we
probably
already
everyone.
got this.
I think we've already offered it to Bill.
Is there a
Bill?
butt? Is there a butt there, or
I want to know if Bill wants it first.
I mean, I'm happy to hold on to it until. I mean, let's see if it finds me worthy first.
I mean, I think we could all be found worthy.
Yeah.
Imagine if you, like, give it to someone and it's like, it's rejected you. You'd be like, what did I do? No, but seriously, as players, who
better.
wants it?
yeah? Let's talk.
I already have the sword, so I would rule myself out because I feel like that's like a vampire slaying blade. It doesn't make sense to have two things. It's like
Yeah.
diversify your investments.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I
no
also
one-
I also have the blood spear, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
happy if somebody else wants to take
The
the.
Crips stuff.
The blood spear isn't as good as the holy symbol, though. This is
Oh,
pretty
don't knock the
crap.
blood spear, though. I think
I will knock the blood spear. This thing sounds OP.
this is good. Like, compared to your sort of dingy staff, American, this is...
Oh
way
yeah,
up
my
there.
creepy staff. I still haven't resolved the creepiness of my staff. Hate that thing.
You've put the little bows on it. You've tried.
I tried it. Didn't work.
I mean, I could use it, but I am not, like, putting myself forward because I think... Who's the best person to hold? I do some magic spells and things from a distance usually, so if anyone
It does say, obviously, like,
is more
it depends
used,
on...
used to it.
Yeah, especially that sunlight move. You want to be at least 30 foot from whoever you're getting up close and personal with.
30 foot away from them.
You want to be within, like, because it sheds that
Within,
bright light.
yeah.
Yeah. So you want to be up
Yeah,
close
so-
when you're using this thing.
We need to give this to our resident barbarian / fighter melee character that we totally don't have.
Yeah. Just put
I
it
mean,
back.
if it's
Just
gonna
put it back
be-
in the pool.
Throw it away.
It's either gonna be me or Morley close up, right?
Yeah.
in the pool.
Yeah, leave it for someone
We
that's
can
going
just
to make
throw
some
it
use out
around
of
during
it.
battle as it suits our needs.
Well, it does need to be attuned.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you can't
true.
attune to two people. Is that true?
You can,
yeah.
but you need to. An item can only be attuned to one person at a time. So someone can
Right.
become attuned to it, but then give it to someone else. Then they need to spend some time with it and become attuned to it.
Like a Bluetooth keyboard.
Oh yeah,
That's,
Yeah.
Here's a
that's a good
question.
analogy,
Possibly.
actually.
How many magic items can you be attuned to at once?
As many as you have.
Oh,
I think
really?
no, I think it's like 2 or 3.
Really? I
think
thought
there
it
is a
was.
limit on it.
Oh.
So I've already got one magic item.
Like a
I've
memo
got-
Oh
router.
no, I have two.
I think there's my staff.
Your class stuff is magic.
No more than 3 magic items at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm attuned to 1.
Well,
Zeus
what
attuned to
about
1.
you, American? How are you feeling? I think it's between you and Bill.
It sounds like
Okay,
Bill doesn't
we'll do-
want it. Do you?
Well,
does
no,
Bill-
I don't think it's
I,
doing
I
that.
want it. I just feel like giving the opportunity to other people as well.
Let's just talk purely mechanical. Do you think
Yeah.
it would be a good fit for your character? Is the good question in my mind.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I think
Okay,
it
you
would
have it.
because
It's you.
also,
okay.
Bill, you're all about like
You love the Morning Lord as well.
maximizing your mechanics. And
I
you
do
would
love the Morning Lord.
You would, yeah, you love the Morning Lord. This is not Morning Lord Day. This is the
No,
Raven.
no.
This is the
Morning Lord.
But
Yeah,
also,
this is-
you'll remember the rules, Bill. More than anyone, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, I'm happy to take it.
This is
Nice.
the most New
Based on-
Zealand D&D
based
group
on-
ever.
yeah, yeah.
Based on being the most nerdy and remembering the most amount of rules.
All right, I'll take the awesome weapon, but last chance if anyone else wants it.
Yeah, yeah. So Kiwi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good
thanks.
though. I think it's good for Bill.
Yeah.
I think it'll look cool as well. You should wear it around just like a fucking badass all the time. Just loud and open and proud.
Yes. Yeah, like a big disco.
Let's go, Stu.
Although, like, if it's under your, like, a vampire's probably going to come up to you and go, I got you now. And then just like, if it's under your shirt, pull it out and go, oh my God.
Oh my
freak him out.
god.
I'm out of here. And you'd be like, 5 points. Use 5 of my
Yeah, just
charges
blast them.
in one go.
And it gets
That's
10
cool.
charges. It's pretty
5
great.
points.
What was that, Adam?
Have you got a sheet or a
Yes, I can add it to your character sheet. I can totally add that in there for you. We'll do that soon.
thanks?
Ireena looks to you, American, and says, well, what now? We came here to find a safe place for me to stay, but I think my future is with you all.
Wow.
Just out of game. I think we've ruined the town water supply. I think we should get the fuck out of here.
It's very,
Strahd did that.
Oh, that's
Strahd,
true.
come on.
the water.
We've kind of gotten rid of the purifier.
The water in this town is garbage now.
No!
I knew that.
Strahd did this, not us.
It's just
Yeah.
sewage.
Did we see like a?
No,
Ooh, would Blinsky be able to make like a Brita filter?
Oh,
Oh no.
One wedding dress and one Brita filter. Don't ask me why you need the filter. Anyway, we're gonna go. Bye.
I think, just to Ireena's point there, I think, yeah, I'm glad you didn't go in the pool and was zapped to death, and have your soul taken out of your body. What does everyone think about that, Abbey? I'm keen on sorting out that, knocking on the door, seeing what that maniacal, inhuman laugh was.
Agree. I think we should. Is Mark? You look like you wanted to say something.
I was just. I was just curious what it is that you're wanting to do up there, Baron. Now that we don't need to drop Ireena off.
We're gonna shine a light on those bitches.
Yeah.
Listen, did I tell everyone about the werewolves? I told Baron at least, and
I don't
werewolf?
think you guys
I
discussed
told-
it all with using Messenger about like these creatures that
gosh.
came down from. So
Facebook Messenger.
Ismar,
let's say
No, Facebook knows.
He's at the Abbey. He knows everything.
First it was Google. What? No, what was the werewolf thing? Sorry, refresh my memory.
the piggies. They told me all about it. They said
They were the
monstrous,
ones-
wolf-like creatures dug up the graves of those poor children, stole them away up the hill. Nightmarish things are happening up there, things that must be stopped.
They weren't just werewolves, were they? They were like all different kinds of animals.
Yeah. Different.
Some human, some inhuman.
Mix of different stuff.
And I don't trust that horrible man that came into the house. Anyone who bargains over a loved one's death cannot be trusted.
Yeah.
You're right.
he brought his son back to life, Mirakin. What is? I don't get it. Why? What's the problem?
Mark my words, he has ulterior motives. I know how these things can be.
Yeah, he wants a
don't
dress.
trust him.
Payment.
I don't trust him.
And even if he is, a great guy and everything, I'd still like to find out, maybe he's been strong-armed by monster people. Maybe
Well,
we
he
can
seems-
protect him.
I don't think he needs protection if they live together.
Maybe they have separate rooms. There's a couple of buildings up there. One could be
Very-
monsters, one could be that guy.
You're very charitable towards this strange man. For someone that consorts with werewolves that steal dead bodies of children, the innocence of dead children, the parents mourning them as their bodies are dragged up the hill.
I mean, I agree, but we haven't seen them both together yet. I'm giving him and he did bring someone back to life. I'm just going to give him a tiny bit of benefit of the doubt. But on the whole, I agree with you.
Nevertheless, we need to get up there and find out for sure, right?
Yeah, just we can pretend we're skin salesmen, fur salesmen, right?
I was actually going to say, I
Salesman.
think now that the water has been poisoned, I think maybe we should drop the whole pelt thing because the tanning, they might think we've dropped the tanning solution in the water.
Is it
so maybe-
actually poisoned?
It's not poisoned.
not
It is just filthy water now.
Filthy?
It's
Oh
filled
my
with
God.
silt. It's drinkable, but it's not even remotely the quality that it once was.
It's
Can I
still
mold
potable.
it? Can I mold earth the silt out of it?
No, no.
Destroy water, American. Destroy water.
Just get rid
Destroy
of
it all. That way they won't know.
Oh,
Just
American,
built-
don't you have Purify? Didn't you use Purify on the wine? You could purify the water.
I don't have that prepared today. And also I bet it wouldn't work. 'Cause it's freaking Barovia.
Let's
Yeah,
not
it's
stand another night.
probably- Specifically in the rules.
because the purify just gets rid of like poison and stuff. It doesn't
Yeah. Not
work
dirt.
as a filtration system on a ruined
Well.
water system.
Might do.
Might do.
How long did it take to attune this new thing, this pointy thing you got, Bill?
A short rest. I prefer a long rest. If we could do one.
Oh, we have
Speaking,
to wait for
actually,
24 hours,
that
don't
is
we?
a very, very good point from Bill. So Bill is looking very tired this morning. He hasn't been speaking much. He's got big bags under his eyes. He hasn't slept very well at all. Bill currently has a level 1 exhaustion.
What does level 1 exhaustion do again?
Let's
die.
take. You're just dead straight away.
I think it's disadvantage on saving throws, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that is it.
Yeah.
It's either that or attack, so I think it's saving throws. So, disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, ability checks.
Yeah,
Ability.
just ability checks. So we need to remember that because you will not lose that exhaustion until you get a decent long rest, a successful long rest.
Does anyone have a way to give advantage to ability checks? Because then it would even out.
I mean, I did yesterday, but I wasn't in the mood for preparing it this morning.
Okay.
That's a no.
Well, let's just hang around for an hour. Have a bite to eat. Look at
It's
some trees.
I mean,
It is-
what? We've just had breakfast.
you have
Okay.
you have had breakfast.
Don't know we're on a diet.
It's also, by the way, it's also freezing out here by the pool at this point.
Freezing. Okay.
You've still got to, if you're heading to the Abbey, you've still got to walk through town and up this this switchback road, heading up this hill off to the east.
Oh, so can we do a short rest while Bill just sort of sits on top of the wagon for an hour? Is that a short rest, or do we have to?
We could even
Why do
go
we need-
outside, I suppose.
Why do
You
we
were-
need a short rest?
'Cause-
We just got up.
He
so
wants
that Bill can.
he wants the amulet
attune
now.
This new magical item.
he wants it
Oh,
now.
I see.
I can be attuned. I mean, as far as we know, these things are not undead, right?
No, I wouldn't put that past them. Or vampires, or whatever, you know.
Okay.
Okay, well, what we'll do is, we'll say that the journey up this hill is going to take about an hour total. So Bill can just be chilling out, sitting on top of the carriage, just attuning himself to this amulet. And what we'll do is we'll go on a 5-minute break, and I'll make sure it's in his character sheet ready to go. So let's take a 5-minute break.
I hope they are undead. Oh, don't do it on my undead, Bill.
You want to keep them
Yeah,
back if that's the case.
I'll read the thing. Like, does it let me? Does it let me pick targets, or does it just area?
Well, let me put it in your character sheet.
That's true, though, because this ability could screw over our army of skeletons that our strategy we've been using with them.
Yes.
Like I said, just
Although,
put it,
they're not affected by sunlight.
just put it
so
back
that's
in the
one of them.
pool.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
We don't want this.
Yeah,
let's just
yeah.
trade. Let's just trade it for another sweet amulet. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. There's been some really weird things happening with Google Meet as well. You guys' cameras have been turning off and on the whole time.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I swear there's an
That's
issue
so
with
annoying.
Google Meet. So the sooner that we can test OBS Ninja and get that working, the
It could
better.
be our internet.
How dare you? So, I don't think it's our internet. We do a lot of 4K streaming and stuff without any problem at all. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
But
well,
it's
as
a-
long as we can be
yeah.
heard.
So let me add this amulet, the holy symbol of Raven. Can I just drag that into his? I don't think I can.
I love using spells frivolously to help people dry off after a swim.
Yeah. It's
It's a great move. I might just send it to Bill via Discord or something, and then he can add it in via D&D Beyond. I guess that's where it's probably going to be the most helpful. Cool. So how did you guys find that with Sergei and the pool?
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, did he turn Ireena into a strong hero, maybe? Does she have more than 3 HP now? We hope so.
She definitely has more than 3 HP now. Well, she always had more than 3 HP, so that's fine.
That's cool. I was gutted that Sergei got lightning bolted, but that was cool as well.
Yeah.
I have
First I
been.
wasn't sure. Oh, sorry.
So I was just going to say, I've been paining myself over where to go with that scenario. Because it's totally open for Ireena to be like, cool, if you guys have done what you did, you guys were meant to find me a place of safety, you found it, and off I go. Totally could have happened.
What person in their right mind would just be like, yeah, just put my soul on ice and take my body away. That's cool. I wouldn't be down for that. But maybe some people would. I don't know.
I
What do you guys reckon? Would you put your soul on ice and
question
throw your
of the
body
week.
away?
Question of the week. If your soul has been tracked over 100 years or more, hundreds of years, and your soul has been bouncing through all these bodies, and the same thing keeps happening of Strahd trying to chase you down and force you to marry him, would you just be like, you know what, I'm sick of the chase, I'm just going to put my soul on ice until this curse is gone?
Well, actually, I
or
maybe
not?
would consider it. Because, like, if you're, like, at least you're safe and you might come out the other side better off.
Yeah.
Contextually, there's some benefit.
But I feel like, yeah, giving up your freedom is very scary.
Yeah.
And she's taking matters into her own hands instead of just locking herself away. She's going to try and end it by herself. Instead of, if she was locked away, she'd have to hope that someone else came along and did it all.
And also, like, I've just met the guy and he seems nice, but I don't know if I want to shack up in a pool with him for however many 100 years this might go on for. Like, what if he turns out to be passive aggressive? Just, like, nags you for not doing the dishes or something.
Yeah.
And can you have separate parts of the pool? Can you?
Yeah, like
you just
maybe you have
always-
to like nut out the details first. Like, will I have my own space? Is there any entertainment down here?
Yeah.
You know,
I kind of
Is it
just
warm.
do you have any expectations of me with the upkeep of the pool and whatnot?
Do you get wrinkly fingers?
Yeah.
I think there's some chat in the chat in regards to this. So Random Origin says, I guess if your party bonds with Ireena like you guys have, then this is probably the better outcome. But most players probably just like turn in the quest. It's like, oh, we've got to deliver her somewhere. Here, she's there, and maybe there's less growth between Ireena and the players. Because I feel if I had just gone like, all right, she's out, boom, gone. It's just like, oh shit. There's a part of me that's like, that would be quite a sobering moment as well, which is, oh, well, what next?
I think that could have been quite cool. But I also think there's like a certain anxiety with keeping an NPC with you because, you know, like if you caused her to die by negligence or something or couldn't save her or protect her, that you'll feel really bad. So like, the having her safe, even if she's not with you, might be more appealing. Especially if you're a reckless adventurer and you don't want to be constantly risking someone else's life as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's if Ireena had disappeared, then you got to start wondering what would Strahd think of you lot? How would his focus change as well?
That's true.
Yeah. He obviously wasn't very happy with her almost interacting with Sergei.
But I mean, like, if he can get Sergei, he can get her. So I feel like it's almost like a false. I'm assuming that he actually got Sergei.
I
Maybe he
can't
didn't.
answer
think
that question.
If she was in the pool, then he wouldn't have zapped it, right?
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill Ireena.
Oh yeah, he
after
doesn't
all.
want her dead.
He could just get her soul the next time around.
He doesn't want to wait.
Yes,
he's waited.
exactly.
He's waited too many years already.
Plus, did that just zap the soul of Sergei, or was it like is it completely evaporated?
It's like turned into steam or something.
Yeah.
He'll fall back down in the next rain. It'll be fine.
Well,
Can
I'll
souls be evaporated?
I will
and
tell
destroyed?
you. I'll tell you one thing: is that souls are trapped in Barovia. Like you guys know that. You
Yeah.
guys know souls are trapped in Barovia.
He's probably just in a rat or something.
Huh?
He's probably in a newborn baby now.
How many babies are getting born?
Or a different pool. We can go around and look at all the bodies of water.
Just in the puddle next door.
There he
Look
is.
for a really clean puddle.
You're just shouting down, Sergei, Sergei, at the blessed pool, and you're just like I'm over here, just like a little puddle.
Yeah, we can carry him around in
We can put him, put him
We
in a
should've-
cup.
Yeah, we should have carried Sergei around in a flask, and then when we saw Strahd at his dinner party, we should have said, "Boy, I'm kind of thirsty," and then dramatically poured it in, and then splashed Sergei all over his
I
face.
love it.
Yes.
I'm a
Or
rocket.
we could
Or
pour
you-
him into his tea.
Or
He'll
you
drink
go to do it, and then you're like, "Where's Sergei?" And someone's like, "I accidentally drank him a week ago. I'm so sorry."
It was that one day that it got really hot. I'm really sorry. It got really hot.
My skin's never been better, though, I must say.
Positively glowing.
All right. Are you guys ready to jump back into it?
No
Or-
question.
Oh,
No question.
kill the
Did
abbot.
Lap Kiwi.
Oh, does Lap Kiwi have a question for us?
Well, I don't know. It's been a bit of a pattern.
It has
I've
been.
noticed.
I don't know.
I think the question was, would you be turned into a person in a pool? Was that?
Oh, that was
That was
Good question.
that was
that was the best retelling of that.
yeah. Would you turn into a person in a pool?
Philosophical. I don't know what you call it. Thought experiment.
Wordsmanship?
Thought
Your
experiment.
vocabulary?
When it is nobler in the mind to be turned into a person in a pool.
Or not.
Oh yeah. So John, I sent you via Discord like a full description of the amulet.
Thank you.
So you should just be able to add that into D&D Beyond or Roll20, wherever you want to chuck it. I don't know what's happening.
Wondrous item.
It is a wondrous item.
I've got a good question for everyone.
Oh.
If your character lived in our world, what would be their favorite TV show?
TV show and movie or movie? Or
TV show or movie, maybe?
Master and Commander then.
Oh,
Easy.
that's a good movie.
I haven't
seen
seen it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I know it has boats in it.
I just like Russell Crowe.
Morley would be a huge Russell Crowe.
Have you seen was it Noah? No, was that what it's called, or the Ark? What's that fucking one that he's in where he's Noah building the Ark?
Bruce Almighty.
Yes.
I was actually. Okay.
Worst description of Bruce Almighty.
No, it's not Bruce Almighty. What's the one with
Evan
Russell
Almighty.
Crowe?
Oh yeah, Evan Almighty. Sorry, Bruce Almighty is the one with Jim Carrey. Evan Almighty is the one where he's building an ark.
But who's in that?
Steve Carell. Isn't that Steve
I'm
Carell?
talking about Russell Crowe as Noah. What's the fucking?
So not Steve Carell. Okay, got
I've
you.
never
Not-
heard of it.
Haven't you?
The Last Temptation of Christ. Part 2. Noah's Ark.
That'd be the prequel, though.
Oh, true. You cool. Someone's read the Bible.
Oh.
Genesis.
I'm gonna Google it.
Reminds me of that question they asked Trump once. You more of an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy? And he did that book report answer like, well, they're both really special to me. You're like, really? Like, you can't even pick between. I would never choose between them. Oh, what's one of your favorite stories? Oh, look, I don't want to get into it. It's really special.
They're all good.
I haven't
I love
seen
them all.
it.
Name
all
one.
the
Great.
big hits.
American, what is American's favorite TV show in this world?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like probably like a spooky. Ooh, spooky. Ooh, what's that one?
Blair Witch.
Spooky Victorian Del Toro film, Crimson Peak. It's so dramatic,
Ah,
and it's got spooky ghosts in it,
yeah, and I have not seen that. I want to see it.
and it's filled with emotion and poison and such.
What about The Baron? Was this the
Probably X-Files.
yeah, nice. Nice. Bill,
That's good.
your Glee for Bill?
Yeah, Glee, Eurovision,
Yeah, Eurovision. Nice.
American Idol. That's kind of his, that's his wheelhouse.
Yeah, he'd just be obsessed with those kind of reality shows about performance.
He's like, I could do that. I'm better than them.
Yeah. Okay, let's move you lot back onto the map.
What would Ismark's be?
Ismark's favorite TV show.
Or
He'd
Irene. Ismark or
Nutty
Irene.
Professor. Surely.
be Nutty Professor.
Stupid fucking.
No, he'd be into something like the pawnbrokers or something like that. It was just like watching people trying to get money for goods that are just not very good. I just feel like he'd really enjoy it.
Pickers.
Yeah, it's like
Pickers.
I've got this antique thing. They're like, that's not antique, it's a fake. I'll give you $2 for it. And Ismark would just be like laughing.
Yeah, I can
love
imagine him reacting strongly to that show. That's a good call.
it. Yeah.
What about Antiques Roadshow? We're like, that's a bit classy.
I think he likes the fact that people aren't getting good money for their things. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like all of us.
Yeah. All right, well, let's.
Is he the host of this show?
He would be incredibly smug about it all. I think that's a good call, actually.
Cash in the Attic, hosted by Ismark the Lesser.
Someone comes in with like an old golden toilet seat, and he's just like,
Ooh.
The most
look, it's not worth very much. But
Somewhere in the vicinity of £50 million.
I'm just getting some bits and pieces ready to move forward. I think I've got everything I need. Let's get some.
I posted Noah in the chat in the Discord, by the way.
Oh right, okay.
Insane.
Fuel.
Redeemed. Just
Wait,
like Noah was.
So Russell Crowe played Noah?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this film.
It's not that old. And people fucking from all sides gave it shit.
Oh.
I thought it was quite good. It's insane.
The lone 5 out of 5.
are you telling us that you liked the movie that other people did not like?
No.
I think a lot of people, people are like, that's not what it's like in the Bible. There's not like big rock monsters building it. I was like, who cares?
I love that.
There's a whole lot in that sentence. There's a whole lot.
I kind of want to watch that now.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that.
Let's move
Rock
on.
monsters, I'm in.
Yeah, they build the boat. See, it explains it.
I remembered that from the Bible. It's a critique on a movie.
Sacrilege.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what happened to it.
Okay. All right, let's get you back into Kretsk. You've spent the good part of an hour making your way back through this township, trying not to get too noticed by anyone as you make your way back through the village, and you make your way to this big winding road. Now this road hugs the cliff. It's about 10 feet wide, so there's plenty of room for you in your carriage, covered in loose gravel as it crunches beneath the wheels of the carriage. It's slow and somewhat treacherous, and as you near the top of this hill, the air seems to grow colder and thinner. Let's move you on to another map.
Cool.
The
So
idea of
what's our
Bill seeing
plan?
this road, writing a song about it, this long and winding road.
Now, for some, I don't know why, they've rotated this map around. So you've come to the north entrance, but it's been rotated off to the east for some reason. I don't know why they did that. So it's all a bit weird now. I also put in 5 of your skeletons. I don't know how many you've got or how many you're bringing
11.
with you. You've got. Are they all skeletons, or are they skeletons and zombies?
Yeah, all skeleton.
You just turn them all into skeletons. Okay.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
And while the image for it isn't there, they are within the carriage at this point. So the road from the village climbs above the mist to this wide ledge on which the Abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between 2 small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings of rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet, as two wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall, which I've learned is basically just like a facade kind of wall. And a belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer northern wing, which also sports a chimney billowing grey smoke.
What's our plan?
Grey smoke. Sounds like they've not yet decided on the new pope. Awful.
I like it better because it's so bad.
I didn't even get it, so there's that.
Well, there's quite a lot of religious tones, which is good because this guy is an abbot. Well, I just heard like a bobcat or something. You hear that?
Yeah, from here you're definitely hearing some of those weird sounds coming from the abbey, almost animalistic sounds, calling out every now and then. Some laughter here, some random sort of growls or snarls. There's a lot of strange sounds coming from the abbey. Some of those sounds that you heard down in Kretsk are very apparent at this point.
So what's our plan? I'm not messing around here.
Well, I think we know that these... Well, we're assuming that these animal creatures that you were told about are evil, right? So we need to figure out where the hell they are. Who we don't really know is evil is the abbot so far. But let's just pretend he is.
So,
What are they doing with the bodies? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Are they
Let's
eating
assume
them?
Let's not have him get the jump on us. Yeah. Let's...
yeah. You guys,
Keep our guard up.
while you're sort of talking amongst yourselves, you're being relatively quiet. You hear like snoring, just like snoring happening from the top of one of these ledges next to this. There's like two towers next to this stone wall that's going around, and you can just hear snoring coming from the left one.
Oh, sounds like a guard who's fallen asleep. Absolutely classic. Should we try and sneak? I'm pretty good at sneaking. Maybe I could do some sneaking. Look through a window. That sort of thing.
So a couple of things that may not have been too apparent in the description I gave, but the buildings that you can see so each side of the entranceway, there's like a stone wall that sort of goes out around each side surrounding it, and that's only 5 foot high, so it's not a very high stone wall keeping anything out between where you guys currently are and the inside. And you've just got these iron gates attached to these little buildings each side of the entranceway.
Morley, do you want to sneak up and question that guard?
Well, it wouldn't be very sneaky if I sneak up and then go, "Hey, you! I've got some questions for you."
Or
Why
knock
would I
him out or
why would I
something
bother
afterwards?
sneaking?
Why don't we just save ourselves the time, just sneak past these lazy guards and get in?
Okay.
They're just
about
going to hold us up, question
about-
us.
It's going to be easier for one person to sneak than 4 plus our 5, 7, 6, 7 plus skeleton crew.
11.
Yeah.
I mean, we could use magic to obscure ourselves or cast a spell on them so they don't notice us. I can create a fog cloud around us. I don't know. I just don't think I want to bother with some dopey guard. There's monsters afoot.
You don't want to just knock them out in case they ring a bell or something?
I'm worried about giving them a concussion and traumatizing them.
I think you should knock him out. And otherwise, we'll get in there and then something will go wrong. They'll spot us and go,
Okay.
alarm. Morley,
Okay.
you're a good sneaky guy.
I am.
Do you want to sneak up behind him,
Yes.
knock him out, and I mean, that's probably it.
I know
It'd
what
be
I
good
could
if he could tell us, hey, yeah, the abbot's really evil. That's what I want him to say.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
then-
You think maybe get someone on the payroll to confess all the sins of this place. What if
Yeah.
he turns around and says the abbot is a saint among men? He's just the best bloke ever.
Knock him out.
We have no plan.
All right, I'll
God.
sneak in. I'm gonna sneak in, and I'm gonna try and put my hand around his mouth.
All right,
And,
so
like,
are you wanting to sneak in by opening the gates and going through or over the stone wall? The
over
small-
the
yeah.
stone.
All right, give me a stealth check.
The master is here, folks.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
17 plus 8.
Yeah. That's not a problem. So the snoring is coming from the one that's on your left. So you head up around the left of that little tower, make your way delicately over the stone wall and onto the other side, and head around the back of this tower. And you see an entrance with this tower doesn't seem to be too high. Small ladder that leads up to the top. What you see when you get to the top of where the guard is sleeping, underneath a pile of musty animal furs, you see a small man, you think? He seems quite short, almost like a beardless dwarf, maybe. There's patches of what looks to be donkey flesh covering parts of his face and down part of his neck. He's got one human ear, and then he rolls over and you can see his other ear is like a wolf's ear. And he's got this protruding wolf's snout and fangs. He grabs onto the fur, and you can see that his hands seem to be human. And he pulls this blanket up, and revealing that his legs look to be almost like lion-like. He rolls over, and the blanket covering him shows off that he has like a donkey's tail on him as well. And he grabs the sheet and the fur and pulls it back over him as he kind of like struggles against the cold and sort of lets out like a snore.
Can I, from my vantage point, can I see the? It's hard to tell from the map, but can I see if there's another guard in the other tower?
Yeah, you look across, and you can see positioned on the far wall of the other tower, and another form underneath a set of animal furs. But you can't really make out too many of the details just from how the furs have been pulled over them.
Okay. I'm gonna I want to discuss something with the party first. I have disguise self as a spell. I'm thinking maybe I take this opportunity to disguise myself as like a half, like a bit of a dog human thing, and say, your shift's over now, or something in a funny voice, and kind of send him off, and then kind of go down and let you guys in. That was an that was not filled with
I
confidence.
don't know. I think it's
How
a
big
good
is-
idea.
How
It's
big is
not
this
looked-
abbey?
How big is what?
The abbey is pretty large. You can see. Actually, I can give you guys an image that might help visualize the size
What?
of this place.
Okay,
It's a
it's pretty
baby.
big.
So there,
See,
might,
what-
there might be like 100 people that live there.
It's pretty
thinking-
massive.
Like, would a dog man just show up that he's never seen before?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Is
thinking.
that what you're thinking?
I was thinking when you said that maybe you could look like him, like disguise yourself to look like him, and then like knock on the door and like be like, "We have guests that I have approved of," or something. I don't know.
Well, that was my first thought, but then I thought,
But
if
they're
they're all
both
like
risky.
mongrel freaks, like,
Yeah, like how do they talk?
oh, there's another one of me. He might be like, oh, I've searched for you my entire life, and what a long conversation.
Or
They
like,
also might have a really good sense of smell.
Morley gets married.
aw.
I don't want to do that.
You
You're getting
could,
married to a donkey man.
If you
Just knock
see,
him out, Molly.
what if you try to impersonate him, and then immediately, as soon as you say anything, he's like, "Meow," and it's like he couldn't talk, like, so he knows you're a fraud immediately because he can only bray.
I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna use fuck, what have I got to knock him out? All my stuff is like
Use the
absolutely
hilt of the
lethal.
A
sword.
rock.
Your fists.
I gave away my short sword as well, which would have been perfect.
Your very pointy boots.
I've got a dagger. I'll use the hilt, the blunt end. That's what the hilt is, just to for any of our viewers.
Not the blade. Not the blade isn't the blunt end. Okay.
I'm going to use the hilt, and I'm just going to go bang, like right on his temple, in an attempt to knock him out.
Okay. Roll to
You
hit.
look like, what the fuck?
No.
when I did that, so I'm
Hey,
second
look.
guessing this.
I am all for this. I'm all for this. Give us a.
Does he hit automatically though because that guy's asleep?
Yeah, just roll damage.
With the giant rock, Morley.
All right.
Well, I got a 19 for my strike, which was I didn't need, and then I got four piercing damage. But we could say that's 4 clobbering damage.
Yeah, you're not going to pierce him unconscious. We'll say that.
Permanently. So, vegetative state.
You sort of sneak over, and you flick the dagger around in your hand to hold the hilt, aiming the pommel. Does a dagger have a pommel? I don't know.
Yeah.
And just smack that down into what you assume is the temple of his head. And there's just a moment of like pain on this creature's face, and he just opens one eye at you and just goes, "What ought to do?
I kill him.
Why? What? Please! Ah!"
That's a long moment. That's a long moment. I murder him in cold blood. I get out the sun sword and drive it from his arsehole to his lips.
Use a rock.
He puts his hands up. He's like, "Oh, please, no hurting! Oh my god!" Ah! His hands are up.
Christ. I'm gonna hit him again.
Get him to talk.
No!
He gave up.
I'm
Get
trying
him
to
to
knock him
talk.
out. I'm trying to knock
No,
him out.
he's a victim.
Yeah. Get him
Like,
to,
cooperate with us.
Fuck
Get him
it.
to
Okay, I'm gonna cast sleep on him. on him.
what?
No, don't
Can't
do
you
it.
cast sleep? Everyone will go to sleep.
First, you guys wanted me to knock him out and gain entry into the fucking Abbey, and now it's like, no, we're our new best friend. We need to take
Your best friend.
No.
He's
not
only your best
that.
friend.
That sleep will make everyone fall asleep.
What?
Nah, we're too high HP. It'll only hurt Bill.
For me.
Yeah, it'll hurt the Baron. He'll fall
No,
asleep.
okay, all right.
No.
You plan.
He's our new best friend.
Just
Okay,
quiet
I'm
and
gonna-
ask some questions.
I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna say, the abbot's coming, and he wants you to be quiet. The abbot said, be quiet now.
My hand!
The abbot said, be quiet.
And he's like rubbing the side of the, and he's got one hand up. And you hear like a stirring from the other tower, and another creature. You see this other creature standing up. This one looks to possibly be female. The left side of her face is and body is covered with like lizard scales. The right with tufts of grey wolfen fur, and between the tufts is like a strip of pale human skin. One of her eyes is that of a cat, and her fingers and hands resemble like cat's paws with opposable thumbs. And she just calls out, "What are you doing over there?"
What's going on up there?
Wait, I'm gonna put my dagger to his throat and go. Dagger to the throat, remember. One false move.
Baron's got his finger out
I cast invisibility.
on yourself.
Me.
All right, okay. Okay. You are now invisible. And Morley, you've got the blade of your dagger flipped around, blade against this creature's neck. And Otto just goes, I can't be quiet. I can't be quiet.
All right, I press the blade in a little bit, just a little.
I'm being quiet.
Is he being quiet? Because he doesn't fucking sound it. He does not
Can
sound
we
like he's
hear that?
complying.
Yeah, you guys can all hear this commotion at this point.
All right, let's go up, guys.
American, go up there and knock out the other one.
I feel like I should kill. What is this plan that involves knocking them out, but actually not knocking them out?
Well, your ones, you didn't knock your one out. That was the
I said
plan.
that we
You hit it
should
with a
sneak.
dagger.
I said we should sneak past.
At this point, I think Morley, you're quickly like looking over the area that you're in, and you're looking at the creature in front of you and the other creature on the other side, and you see that they're not really well like armed at all. All you can maybe see is a dagger on the opposing one's, in a small sheath on its side. They don't seem to be armed.
I'll grab my one's dagger then, which I assume it has, and then
Sure.
and toss it over the wall
Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh,
to disarm it.
sorry.
What do you want?
I
Why are you doing this to me?
We've come to see the abbot. It's a surprise party for him.
What's happened?
Shut the fuck up, you idiot!
I'm gonna make my way up into the tower.
The
so I can
same
hear this
tower?
hushed commotion. Yeah.
Are you going over the wall as well, or pushing through these
Yeah.
iron gates? Okay, just over the wall. You do the
I'm
same.
gonna vault over the wall very gracefully.
Yeah. Okay. With your I'll say what you notice on the inside before heading up this tower is you do notice like a couple of shovels propped up against the tower as well. And then you make your way up the tower to see Morley holding this. You haven't seen a creature like this before in your life. This weird amalgamation of human, animal, weird kind of, almost like a bunch of different animals have been
Yeah.
squished together to create.
I'm gonna
a
let
living
out
being.
a gasp of shock.
And this creature sees you and goes, "Another one! Please don't hurt me! I don't want you to be hitting me!"
We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. Give me a rope. Does he have any rope?
Does he have any rope? He's got.
Does he
he's
have
got-
anything that?
No,
would be
he
your rope?
just has like what he was wearing and the furs he was like keeping himself warm in.
Give me your shirt. Take your shirt off.
Oh.
Does he have a sock? Does he have a sock of some sort?
Yeah, he starts taking off this like woolen cloak that he's
No, not the cloak. I want you to keep warm.
Oh. What are you doing? Molly,
Tie his hands
Molly.
together. I want to tie his fucking hands together.
we have this under control.
Well, it's
Stop
clearly
panicking.
not under control.
Look at this piteous creature.
You just need to be hushing as well. All right, he's got his shirt off. I'm going to tie his hands together behind his back.
okay. You tie it, and he kind of whimpers a little as you do that. He's like, "Why did this me? Did I have also done something wrong?"
Can I?
God, I feel terrible. This has gone so badly.
Talk to him.
I feel pity in my heart for this heinous creation. Can I do an insight check on him? Because I feel like he's like a poor soul, maybe.
What are you trying to find out? I guess.
I want to know if he looks genuinely like he's not going to hurt us, or if he's trying to pull a trick on us by pretending to be helpless.
Oh right, yeah. Give me an insight roll for that.
Okay. Because my first instinct is that he's a pitiable creature. I've only rolled an 8 + 4 for 12.
No, that is enough for you to see that there's. He just seems seriously first hurt, and concerned for his life at this point. And you can hear from the other tower, this other weird lizardy creature, sort of call out, "What has Otto done wrong? Why you hurt Otto like this?"
So he looks hurt, but does he look like he is going to hurt us? Like, or does he?
Like
look...
he's got no weapons. He's
Yeah.
no, he doesn't.
So he does look convincingly helpless
Yeah,
and passive. Yeah,
He does.
I'm going to say, Morley, stay your hand.
Adam doesn't know what that means. Does that mean not hurt him? Not
It
hurt
means
him?
I kill him.
punch him with the Yeah, Morley's like, got
Try
it.
to dig it through his arteries.
Stay your hand means don't slit his throat.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely wasn't. I'm probably no way, not me. I do need him to be quiet. I do need him.
Oh man.
I'm going to say to him, I'm going to look at American, get my command of stay your hand, and then I'm going to be like, I'm not going to hurt you, okay? You know that, but I do need you to be very, very quiet.
Okay,
Fuck me.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Oh my gosh. Who did this to you? Were you once human?
You did this to me. You hit me on the head.
Shh, as quiet as you can.
No. What
You hurt me on the
turned
head.
you? This is not a creature of nature. Who did this to you, you poor thing?
Don't insult him.
He's. I mean, have you seen him?
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Who did what? You hit me on the head.
Okay, so he's a not smart.
He doesn't know what you mean by like who did this to you. Like it's a
Yeah.
he doesn't understand that question.
What's your
Yeah,
name?
that's
What's your
fair.
name, boy?
Boy.
My name is Otto.
Athol.
Otto.
Not asshole.
Not asshole. Name
Wow.
is ass. Yeah, that was written in the book. In the book when they were making Curse of Strahd. We'll call it, you know what, we'll just call this one asshole.
I actually think that's a pretty good name because it might be like his abusive master called in there.
His name is Otto.
the asshole.
He just called me asshole.
What is-
over
what
in the
is-
other tower.
Everybody always laughs at my name. What does it mean?
Your form is the most cruel thing about you, but now I know. Your name is horrific.
Oh my
Otto.
gosh.
Did you say Otto?
Otto.
Yeah.
Otto.
Also, a normal name.
Just a normal
Okay.
name.
Okay, Otto.
Oh, this is intense.
Otto, what's your job here? What's your job, Otto?
Do I still have to be quiet?
Yes, very quiet now.
God.
My job is to guard the Abbey.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
I have done a very bad job today.
No, you're doing a great job, Otto. You're doing a great job. Otto, do you like meat?
Yeah. So, what are you proposing?
I've got some dried meat in a satchel that you could have. Who's a good boy? And I'm gonna give Otto some dried meat to gnaw on.
American is so stressed out right now. Like, what is this situation? This is so not okay.
All right, I've given Otto the dry meat. Now I'm going to talk to American.
Oh, he's so cute when he eats. Oh, can we keep him?
American. I fucked this up. Wait. The goal is to get us all through the gates, right? That's what we want to do.
Yes, but I think this is a very disturbing discovery. Have you ever seen a creature such as this before? This is not natural. This is not of nature. Who's done this?
Don't you guys want to come in?
I'm not feeling
Yes.
very calm about this.
Yeah, I'm going to yell out. Otto says yes.
We do allow visitors in here, you know.
Oh, fuck. Otto, there's been a terrible misunderstanding. I'm so sorry. I'm going to untie Otto, and I'm going to leave immediately. And I'm going to defer all decision making from this point to American.
No.
I'm gonna call up. Hey, did you get any information?
Who said
Come up. Please come up here. Please come up here. Please come up here. Don't leave me alone.
Okay.
You're not alone. You got me.
I do like that the Baron just like made himself just invisible. That's like Not sure why yet. I'm very excited to find out why.
Well, there's no obvious bushes around here.
Good point. Good point.
Well,
That is a good point.
I'm going to climb up. Hey, Bill, should we go up there?
I guess so. We're pretty in the open out here.
Let's just see what's going on. I'm going to climb up the tower.
Yeah. What are your skeletons? Are they still just all packed into this carriage at this point?
I believe so.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
unlock the door.
Okay. So ready to pounce if they need to.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So yeah, are you opening up the gate, or are you also clambering over the wall as well?
Is there steps up to the top?
Yeah, you can make.
Obvious?
Yeah, like once you're on that other side, it becomes obvious how you can get to the top of that sort of.
Okay,
small
I'll go
tower.
through the gate.
Yeah, and they just sort of creak as you open up. That would have woken anyone that would have been sleeping had you
Yeah.
tried it. But you make your way around, and you two sort of see. You're distracted by one thing. Off to your right, as you make your way through, you just see a bunch of graves. It looks to be a
Graves.
sort of It looks to be a
I thought you
graveyard.
said a bunch of grapes at first.
Just a.
But there's a lot. I can see
Distracting.
them now. A lot of graves.
Yep, there's a lot of graves that seem to sort of, they seem to make their way around the back of the Abbey as well. There looks to be a lot of these graves.
That's the Abbey there. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? All the graves.
And you notice also the shovels propped up against this tower. And you make your way up alongside
Okay.
American.
Hello. I'm a disembodied voice.
Is that you, Baron?
Yeah, that's me.
And
not
Otto,
visible.
Otto just like stops. He's like, Otto, I'm hearing voices again.
Hi, American. How's it going?
I'm just gonna kind of point and this is the guard. I don't suppose Dimitri knows about this, or he would have mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, Dimitri mentioned he hasn't been up here since the abbot took over.
No one's been up here for 100 years.
Yeah,
apparently,
yeah.
Right?
American is extremely disturbed on an existential level that this abomination, this walking amalgamation of different creatures.
Oh, we're only getting
It's like
started.
she's just worked. She's just like some kind of unholy force. I mean, this is not natural. This is not natural. What?
You see these sort of things all the time in the open ocean.
What?
Yeah, but is this like an ocean thing, is it?
Is it an ocean?
No. Right,
Are you from the ocean, Otto?
No. Does anyone have a spell where we can wipe a creature's memory for like just 30 minutes or something?
I
As the
need to know.
kids
I need to
say.
know what is Bill doing through all of this. You're hearing all of this.
Shaking his head.
You're out there with
Like-
Ireena and Ismark at this point.
This is what happens when you don't work on your social graces. And then
Why?
and then I try to move in
All
as
right.
quietly and as neatly as I can.
Yeah, Ismark and Ireena sort of follow suit as well. Make their way into the walls of the Abbey.
Why is everyone so calm right now? Why is everyone so calm right now?
that you want from us, wife? Come on here.
What?
God, it's a salacious crumb.
Look, American. Maybe we shouldn't be so harsh on these people. Maybe maybe they're not completely natural, but it turns maybe they're not evil.
We're none of us
You
perfect.
evil,
They were
Otto.
evil. I didn't say they were evil.
No,
Yeah,
evil.
but-
I am not evil. I am strong. I am very smart. I am
Yes.
the best Bellevue around. He says the best Bellevue around, which may not mean anything to you lot.
Bellevue. What is a
Best
Bellevue?
Bellevue.
The best Bellevue around.
It's
Belly
suburb
and-
in Lower Hutt, isn't it?
Sure is.
Sounds like a
Sure
rest
is.
home. Is that what you said?
No, it's Bellevue's a restaurant.
Oh, a restaurant. Does sound like a rest home.
It does. It does.
Okay, well, very sorry, Otto. Hey, do you work for the abbot?
Yeah, work as a guard, the best guard that there is.
Oh, how many guards are there? Do you think there's show me on your
He points out towards the abbey, and you can see on there's two sort of buildings that are connected by what's called a curtain wall. It's kind of like just a facade. All it is, it's not roofed. It's just some walls that can keep people out, and you can see dotted across the tops of the walls the figures of other creatures, but you're not seeing any details. And Otto says, there's heaps of us. There's a lot of guards.
There's a lot. Why do you need so many guards?
There's not, I don't know. Everett says we have lots of protection.
So there's two buildings. Is that one the Abbey? And I'll point to the one to the south here. And what's the other one?
They're all part of the Abbey.
Okay, what's in this bottom building? What's that building all about?
Otto's such a terrible guard. He doesn't realize he's just being relentlessly pumped for information.
He's wonderful.
American needs their hand up.
So you point to the sort of the closest wall, the closest section of the Abbey.
Yeah.
That's where we have food. That's the main hall where we have our dinners.
Yum.
Yum.
American.
I want to put like a trembling hand out towards him and say, Otto, I know you're a friendly boy, but I saw some spades down there. Did your master ask you to dig anything up recently?
I think it was and he just sort of smiles. Yeah, I did a really good job. Me and my friend, we went down and we dug up some of the bodies for the Abbey. He's making me very happy.
Oh, spirits. Oh,
What did you do with them? Yeah.
What did he do with them?
For.
Why?
As a gift to the abbot. He doesn't know we have them.
He doesn't know you have them?
Does he like dead bodies? Or?
He's been working on a project.
Oh,
Tell me more. This sounds interesting.
I'm gonna be sick.
Over the edge, Mary.
Otto says, I don't know what the project is, but it's very important that he has body parts for that.
Oh,
Okay. He likes body parts. Did you hear that, American?
yes. Oh, this isn't right.
He's gonna be so happy when he sees what we've brought him.
Hey, this is just a hunch, Otto, but did the abbot make you and all the other guards?
Did he make us happy?
Where did you come from? I don't want to ask your parents.
I don't know. I was born here. I was born here.
Were you born as a baby?
Why are you judging us? Why are you judging us?
Hey, no judgment here. It's just a friendly questions.
And
It's more about understanding.
The scaly creature sort of looks over in your direction, just squinting her eyes. You're judging us. Why does everybody judge me?
Hey, I'm the last person to judge. Okay, I care about the rights of people, and including yourselves. So don't worry about that.
I'm gonna go over to the lizard creature and say, and just approach very slowly and say, no judgment here. My name is Morley. What's your name?
My name is Zigfrack.
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 Do not judge
Zigfrack.
that.
What a lovely name. That's a truly great name.
and her eyes just sort of squint. Who's judging me?
Judgment-free zone. Right.
I'm gonna.
Why are you here?
Okay,
Why are you here?
Oh, we are here to visit the abbot.
Old friends of the abbot.
So, why don't you go and see him?
Yes.
Great idea.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, this is gone.
Could you tell us the way and any points of interest on that journey? We've not been here before. This is the first time we've seen him for a very long time.
If you promise not to hurt Otto anymore, then I can take you to the abbot.
I'm sure it was a misunderstanding. Morley, was it a misunderstanding? My name's Morley.
And he does this weird thing that you haven't really heard him doing, but he mimics Bill's words almost perfectly. He just says, "Morley, is this an understanding?" Just almost perfectly compared to how he's been speaking.
What?
You have a lovely voice.
Thank you.
Have you ever considered singing?
I am one of the best in the Abbey at singing.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And he says it again. He just goes, "I believe it," perfectly mimicking your voice.
I don't think we need to be showing. The entrance is right over there, right?
Just
We
show
can
us.
find our way.
Just
you
point
don't need
us
to
in
come
the
with us.
direction.
Just
Tell us the
just-
points of interest, and we'll find it.
I can tell, pretty lady, where you can go. And he looks up at you, American, and just with one of his purely human hands goes to like touch like your leg, because he's still sort of down on the ground. He's like reaching up, pretty lady, and he goes to he snaps himself away from like touching any points out off towards the Abbey, and he points towards an entrance on that curtain wall, and it's this massive 10-foot tall wooden doors that look reinforced with bands of steel, which if you look at your map, I can just ping it here. So just down the path, further down the path, and then as it branches off to the left, there's also just a path off to the right, which is where the doors are.
Okay, thank you. I'll be on my way now. I'm going to hastily clamber down out of the tower and catch my breath outside.
As you sort of head down the tower, you just hear, "I'll be on my way now," perfectly mimicking your voice.
Oh God. Sorry. I'm gonna yell that. Sorry again.
Thank you for the meat.
Well, I mean, it could have gone worse.
I just think
Not fucking very much.
this has proven my worst fears. This abbot fella is collecting dead bodies and doing something terrible with them. Can't you see? He's stolen the bodies of those innocent children. He's creating minions, I'm sure of it. This is
Yeah,
unnatural and wrong.
Yeah, I'm totally against people stealing bodies.
Yeah, you are.
How about we found out some information from him, right? You know, that there's loads of guards, he's stealing body parts and doing stuff with them. Why don't we just confront him face to face?
And we've also learned that the guards have more than 4 HP, so...
Yes. And not to knock people out with a dagger.
Yes, we should just confront him. Although he seems to have very powerful magic. If we make a foe of him, who knows what would be in for.
Yeah. I'm assuming I know what this is. He seems to be a cleric. Would anyone agree? I mean, he's an abbot. But, like, I assume that I know that they fuck up the undead.
They what?
Yes. Resurrection
Not they
magic.
fuck the undead, they fuck them up. They, like, destroy them.
They kill the undead who are
Yes.
already.
Well, I've heard about that anyway, so I'm a bit nervous about my skeletons around someone like that.
Why don't we go and see the request an audience with the abbot?
Yeah.
Tell the abbot that there's been a request from Balaki for him to make a royal visit.
What?
Always convoluted.
And we're here. No. And we're here to arrange the details.
Okay, that clears it up.
A royal visit?
A religious visit, like when this won't mean anything to anyone here, but the Pope goes on tour.
Well, they haven't chosen the Pope yet. But
Go back.
yeah,
What if I just run in and say, "Stop rubbing graves of innocent children," and then I
Yeah.
throw a lightning bolt in his face? That's one other option on my mind.
let's see if he owns up to his crimes, and we can knock him out with a dagger.
You guys,
You had brought an undead child, a dead child, back to life effortlessly, and all he wanted in return was a wedding dress. And you think you're going to knock him out at the end of the dagger, which I couldn't do to a mongrel.
It was a joke about your dagger things, but I do think you're right. He's going to fuck us up.
To be honest, now that I've had a moment away, maybe I've been hasty, but I suspect not. I should try to keep an open mind. Maybe he's filled with love and light like you, Brian. I'm very suspicious. We should at least start by talking to him.
Yes, let's find out what his intentions are.
And if he seems to be dangerous, we can just walk out and pretend we're all good with him and then get him later.
That's good. That's
get him
good.
later.
Get him
Get him,
later.
mate. I
Catch you
like
later.
that.
We'll get him.
We'll scope it out.
Yeah, and we'll use the cover story of the visit to Balaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay,
Amazing plan.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to go get the wagon. I'll bring the wagon in.
Fucking wagon.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go.
Wagon logistics.
Well, how's your
Tell 'em
animal?
that we
How's your
can't
animal? How's your animal handling, Baron?
I don't know. Am I supposed to be doing any tricks?
Well, I mean, you know,
Let's have a look. How do you find that out? Animal handling.
it's just one of the skills.
It's just a flat score.
Okay.
I'll
Zero.
push him out of the way and be, I'll do it. Brian, you're just going to mess this up.
I get pushed into the dirt.
Yeah.
Are you still invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't spook the horses with your invisible presence.
That'd be
It's like
fine.
normal. It's like normal for us to just be chatting to an invisible
Yeah.
necromancer.
Normal.
Morley,
Let's
you
go
make
knock on that big door.
you make your way down out of the tower, and Ireena walks up to you and says, "What was that? What is up there?"
He was like. Have you ever seen a donkey
I have.
and a man?
I have seen a man before.
Imagine like a bit of a mix of those two things. I think he's had an unfortunate birth where he's
Yeah, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
Unfortunate birth.
I'd say don't forget the lion and the wolf part. And its freaky little mimicry.
It's like a fairy that couldn't make up its mind.
I'm trying not to scare her.
Americans trying
has-
to scare her.
He has some animal characteristics, but is, I think, at heart, a man like Ismark or, other men that you've met in your life. But has almost been crossed with it. An animal. But can I just say, and Mirikin, I think you need to hear this too, a gentle soul. A gentle soul.
It's not okay.
Oh, fine.
Cursed abomination. But
I
yes, he
had-
seemed kind.
I
Yeah.
had no idea such a thing existed here in Barovia.
No, neither did we, obviously. But look, long story short, we're going to go and visit the abbot. And we're going to tell him that there's a visit requested from Lucky.
Do you think he has a bathroom?
Finally,
no
someone's
reason.
asking the
No
right
re-
questions.
No reason.
A number of them, I'd say.
So our excuse is to show up and ask if he's got a bathroom. If not,
Yeah.
And then
Can I
mention
use your
royal
bathroom?
visit
Classic
and
ruse.
the pelt sales. Let's have 4 overlapping, confusing. cover stories.
Yeah.
oh, maybe we could sell him some dead bodies.
Oh, okay.
Or we just walk in and say hello.
You
Okay,
find
yeah, let's do that.
You will make your way towards this big double door, this wooden reinforced door, and you can see at the tops, 15 foot up, you can see the shapes of guards, and it's quite foggy. It's quite, very very foggy in this area. You can just make it the shapes of these guards at the top of this wall. You can also see to the right of the doors a tarnished copper plaque.
What does it say?
The plaque bears the Abbey's name, which is the Abbey of Saint Markovia, and it says underneath that, "May her light cure all illness."
Okay.
Sorry,
gonna
what was the
write
name?
that
Saint Marconia.
Markovia, the Abbey of Saint
Yeah.
Markovia.
Markovia hift mir.
I feel like that's a regional joke.
That's so funny to me
It was
because,
very
like,
good though.
my dad is Dutch, and he was like, the lady on the ad is very attractive, and I was like, I didn't need to know that. Thank you for telling me.
The new
Yeah.
other woman is a woman who played Belle Taylor in Home and Away, who I had a big crush on when I was at high school. So,
Oh wow,
Okay.
so me and your dad.
that's amazing. The Makona lady's got what we want.
But anyway, there are big wooden doors in
Kona.
front of you.
Up there with the Briscoes lady.
Hell no.
Okay, so it's who are they saying that? Which lady is this? Some saint? Do we have an inkling who that is?
You haven't learned anything about about Saint Markovia.
Okay.
Is Mark Ireena, do either of you know anything about Saint Markovia?
Oh no, maybe it's something for Dimitri, or maybe the abbot. Again, I haven't ventured this far. I didn't even know this abbey existed.
We have been told about this. That's who we were supposed to take Ireena to Saint Markovia in Kresk.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said the Abbey of Saint Markovia, I believe.
Right.
The
My
priest-
notes are in.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready
you
to
can
go
assume
in?
you can assume that this abbey, when it was built, it was probably named after Saint Markovia. So probably not someone that's still around.
Okay.
So
Can
yeah,
I knock?
you knock on these doors, and there's no response. They're big doors, and the knocking doesn't really make that big of a sound. But the guards don't even move.
Oh well, we gave it a shot.
Let's go,
Back to
guys.
Barovia.
Like there's no
Dead end.
there's no calling out from the guards. There's no movement from them. It's like
Are
they
they-
almost
are
ignore it
they-
completely.
Are they still looking like they're, they have movement? They're not like frozen in place or anything.
Give me a
Or-
perception check.
Okay.
Might just be dummies. You think?
I've rolled very poorly with
A 10?
3 plus 7.
A 10 is enough. With a roll of 10, they're not moving. They're not moving at all. And the fog, the mist sort of moves through them, and you make out exactly what they are. They look like propped up scarecrows, just lining the walls of the tops of these walls.
Tricky Otto.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
And
I feel better about it.
they,
I don't want to.
they're dressed up like guards. They've got like chain shirts on, but they look pretty corroded. They're holding these. They've got these spears, like a rope tied these spears to their makeshift hands. But they're just scarecrows. It's a complete
It's a
complete
facade,
farce.
American.
Can we tell what they're made of? Are they like scarecrows stuffed with straw?
Yeah,
Is
it's
the
just
fo- if- Okay, I was worried that there was something more ominous than that.
no, it is just some scarecrows.
Oh, that's still creepy though.
It's no different to when you can't afford like a decent security system and you just get one of them plastic boxes with
Yeah.
a red LED that blinks.
Yeah, put a sticker on your car window.
Yes.
It's still scary.
When you knocked, also the door moved a little. It doesn't look to be locked at all.
We're not just going in, are we?
Yeah, just
I'm
go
going in.
Fuck it.
The guard said we were welcome.
I've got an invisible head.
We should
Should I put my invisible head through?
Yes.
You should go in because you're completely in. Oh, hang on a minute.
What? You're
Get naked.
No, his clothes are
Naked.
invisible.
Oh, your clothes are invisible too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope so.
yeah.
So why
it's-
did you
Yeah.
say you've got an invisible head?
Because he just
Just-
wants to poke just the head in.
Yeah, just my head. I can poke my head through.
Poke
And...
your whole self through and never snoop about invisible.
Okay, should I be naked?
No.
Forget that. If there was-
Ryan, no.
Naked.
Maybe I
I
am.
mean, we wouldn't know.
You would
Yeah.
never,
So-
you'd never find your cloak again as well. Like, I
True.
imagine it would remain invisible.
The spell would wear off.
Yeah. Okay. Can I poke my head through?
Yeah, it takes it's like these doors are really heavy, and it takes a bit of effort from you to start getting this moving, and a couple of you start helping just to push these doors open enough for the Baron to slip into what looks to be a courtyard. This courtyard is completely filled with fog.
Should I go remove my token?
Yeah, do that, please.
Ooh. Ooh, if it's completely filled with fog, is it obscuring a lot of the view?
It's foggy in here.
The thick fog that fills the courtyard swirls as if it's eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Or so it seemed at first. It's pretty clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the Abbey's two wings. In the centre of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet of this courtyard is just shattered by horrible screams coming from all of the sheds. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
We should have called ahead.
Yeah.
Dang, that was creepy.
Feel free to
Screaming
move.
sheds.
Feel free to move your tokens into the courtyard, just if you want to have a quick look at what it looks like in there. And then move them back out to where you were, and you should have like a bit of a overlay of what it looked like while you were in there. So you can see the well with the winch right in the middle here. You can see these 2 things that are pounded into the ground with this weird bat-winged spider mandibled creature chained to it. On what is the south wall, but it's on the east because it's all turned around. You've got your sheds over here. You got your troughs here, and some more sheds here. Screaming is all happening from all of these sheds.
No.
And
The
then
screaming
there's-
hasn't been there the whole time, though, right? The screaming has just started.
You've been hearing screaming and noises this entire time. You've been just in Kretsk. You've heard it echoing out over the hills.
But it must be fucking loud now, then.
It's getting pretty loud now, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so scary.
And there's doors. This is the north side, but it's on the west of how we're looking at things. So you've got a couple of doors here, and then same on the north, which is actually the east over here. A couple of doors. Either side, you've got little towers on either side of Baron as he's walked in as well. And that's us. That is the Abbey, or what you've seen of the Abbey so far.
That was cool.
Pretty cool.
Suppose we
Why
could just leave.
did...
Wait, everyone's just like, let's go.
Why did Otto say, "Oh, we allow visitors" if there hasn't been a visitor in hundreds of years? Why would that be like a weird open door policy? That doesn't fit.
Like, there's been no locked doors. The gates were unlocked. These doors here were completely unlocked. They just
Yeah, but
haven't had...
Otto's saying like, "Oh, yeah, no, we allow visitors." Why would he even have that concept if they never had any?
Maybe he just really wants them.
it's a mystery almost, isn't it?
Maybe during his induction, they were like, "Yeah, we totally are allowed visitors."
We'll sort of just let anyone
He
in.
just remembered that.
Yeah,
Or maybe
as-
he's like, he might be like, yeah, we're allowed visitors. We do surround them and kill them after they enter, but technically we do allow
we
them.
do allow them. Yeah, the Abbey totally allows guests.
I feel very welcome
Mm.
and safe. I feel safe as well.
The spider face one, that's when it got real for me. Got
Yeah.
bat wings and spider face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Do I have
And
a...
he's chained up.
I enjoyed role playing extreme revulsion and terror at
Racist.
abominations.
Just racist. These poor things.
Well, hey, if it's got a spider's face, does that mean it's tiny?
No.
Tiny face?
She is not
Tiny.
tiny. No.
Tiny baby. Maybe Runzen can be best friends.
True.
Yeah. No, it's a human-sized creature. These big bat wings.
We love it.
And just the spider mandible. So it still has
Yeah.
human-like eyes.
Right. Like the guy from Star Wars at the cantina.
Yeah. Very similar. They could be best friends. Larp Kiwi says, get used to it, Joe, in regards to it being creepy.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the Abbey as well. Plenty to see and do.
Mm.
Yeah.
A lot of graves as well.
A heap of graves. Yeah.
I wonder if they've all been dug up. We should have checked.
Well, I wonder if people have been dug up from out there and then buried here or something, you know?
Yeah, maybe we'll find out.
Let's dig them up.
Yeah. Well,
See
that
if
won't take me long. I got
Yeah,
this.
true.
I don't know if you know this, but it's kind of my specialty.
Kind of my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I really enjoyed that. It was nice to finally get a. I feel like Barovia in general hasn't given me an opportunity to do some kooky voices. The Abbey has that sorted, I think.
So you started strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're absolute flyer, Otto.
Or asshole.
I love how that.
It sounded like asshole.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, it didn't. It didn't
Asshole.
sound like us at all.
It sounded a lot like it to me.
I
You
like
go
how
back
we,
and listen to the tapes.
No one's name can
Receipts.
escape.
No.
It's just gonna be like Yanni that
Oh, Yanni.
asshole,
Yanni.
asshole, Otto, asshole. It's gonna be like that.
Asshole.
oh, you mean like
Otto.
Yanni Laurel?
Yeah, Yanni and
Yeah.
Laura.
Oh, the other one. Have you seen the other
Yeah.
one that's like Green Needle and Brainstorm?
Yeah.
Ah.
That one's crazy.
What are you talking about?
I'll put it in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord. It's like
You don't know Yanni and Laurel?
it's like a
Laurel.
toy. It's a toy that says either
Yanni?
Green Needle or Brainstorm, whichever you're thinking is what it sounds like. And it doesn't sound like those two would be the same at all, but it's crazy.
It's called audio pareidolia.
Oh, is that what it is? That's cool.
That phenomenon.
That's
Check
very
out
cool.
the big brain on Baron.
It's a 20. My score.
No.
Intelligence. Now.
Well, we have to figure out what the heck a Bellevue is.
Yeah. I'm glad someone
Wrote
kept
that
note of that.
down.
Yeah. He
It's
didn't
the
say
best
Bellevue.
Bellevue, didn't he say?
Not Bellend, no.
I think it's something overlooking a garden. I think that's.
That must be what he is.
Ah, is it a bell or a like? Is it French? Is it beautiful, or is it bell?
Probably.
Like
You
a church bell.
one.
Bellevue.
It's like Bella Vista, and that's like the Italian way of saying Bellevue, maybe.
Mm.
I don't know. Anyway,
I like
it's
that you guys
he's probably
I like
not.
that you guys are thinking
he's-
about it.
He's probably not a view over a garden. It probably means something else.
Mm.
We'll figure it out.
I absolutely love the whole Abbey. I think it's got a lot of interesting things in. It's
Fucking huge.
yeah, it's enormous.
My first thought when we saw the map was, this is going to be at least like 7 or 8 sessions.
Yeah, because we do 1 room per session.
I don't know. I don't know how many sessions this will be.
Now we'll just fireball it and move on.
Yeah.
I picked a good new fire spell actually as part of that level up. I picked my spell during the week, and I got one that does like 3 jets of flame, and you get to roll an attack for each of the jets.
Ooh, that sounds
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
I'm
Scorching
thinking.
ray.
Oh yeah.
it cool?
Ooh, cool.
Scorching ray.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm
I think
still.
this section could be almost as long as you need it to be. Depends what you guys do here. If you're all like, we're killing everything, we're just doing it because
Kill the other and go.
we're just gonna kill everything. Then it might take a wee while.
Kill everything we see. Got it.
Yeah.
We'll attempt to knock everyone out
Just with a
and
dagger.
find out that they're not aggressive, and then we'll
Sorry,
become friends
sorry.
with. No, it's not. I mean, that was our plan,
I loved it.
and
I
it
loved
just
it.
turned out that he was not aggressive at all.
I
Yeah.
love the fact that after much fucking confusion, he was just like, "You assholes could have just walked right in."
It's fine.
why would
Look,
we not just walk
it's
straight
fine. It's fine. You gave him meat. All's well that ends well.
I do like that he was like, oh my god, and you're just like, I kill him.
Panicked.
Remember,
I almost
take your shirt
fired
off.
my crossbow at the other one because I was like, "This is going to get it out of hand real quick."
Yeah.
I thought I'm going to have to silence both of these creatures, but then his gentle and very stupid spirit, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't kill him. So it wasn't any kind of ethical reason or the wishes of my teammates. It was the fact that he just sounded like an idiot.
I don't think they would have put up too much of a fight if you had have like just decided to kill them. I don't think there's much they could have done against.
All right, I retcon it. I got a murderous rampage through the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, oh, so they weren't that strong? Yeah, nah. We'll go back and kill them next episode.
hey, Otto, I got some more meat for you.
Speaking of, someone clipped the bit where Otto ate the meat, not your meat, ate the meat.
He really was that friendly, huh?
I don't do
Do you
anything
like
for
meat,
you.
Otto? That was the
Guy from Five, you still wish to check. It's like 11 o'clock.
It is, yeah. I'm
That's
totally.
true.
I
That's
want to get to
true.
bed as well. So thank you for playing, everybody. Great session, loved it heaps. Thank you to the chat for being introduced to the Abbey along with the rest of us. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Don't forget, there are some new emotes for subscribers and for people who've spent bits. Bits are not the channel points, so you're not going to get them by just getting me to drink water by using the hydrate thing. But they're there. If you support us, you get cool new things as well, which is great. We can give back. Join us in the Discord. Random Origins, please put a link to that. Catch up on our previous sessions, either on YouTube or anywhere that you get podcasts. Buy a shirt or join our Patreon. It's a great $4 a month tier. Gives you access to these sessions a week before anyone else. So if you can't watch us live, you will still get it a week before anybody gets it on YouTube. I'm not saying we're going to wait for you to watch it and then give it to everyone. You get it a week before. So yeah, join that and help support us so we can keep spending money on cool D&D things. Joe, you gonna see us?
My valet is just arriving now.
So, good night from me. Good night from everybody. I'll be here at the same time next time, and I probably will do another prep stream as well next week. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.